This video is presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Hello, baseball fans. You're watching On Deck with Tyler Redmond.
Well, the Braves wrapped up a tough series against the Mariners yesterday, and boy, was it a great series to watch. It did not go the Braves' way, of course. They lose 2 games, and then they finish off Game 3 with a win. They lost Game 1 in a walk-off homer. They lost Game 2 because the offense was just dead, but Game 3 was encouraging. But I told you before we ever started this series that I thought it was going to be a tough one. I told you the series before I thought would be a tough one, and guess what? The series we're about to go on will be a tough one as well, because you have back-to-back first place opponents, of course, with the Guardians, with the one we just finished up with the Mariners, and of course we head to LA now to take on the Dodgers. I was concerned about 3 players entering this stretch, and it was Ronald Acuña, Matt Olson, and Austin Riley. And we had reason to be concerned. The offense has not been there for those 3 guys in large part. Ronald Acuña only has 1 homer even after the series with the Mariners, but he does still have some base hits. Matt Olson and Austin Riley have either been very unlucky or have just not really been locked in yet so far this season. We've yet to see them at the level we expect. That said, yesterday in Game 3, we did see big hits with RBIs from Ronald Acuña, Matt Olson, and Austin Riley. I thought that was pretty encouraging. Maybe we're seeing the offense wake up a little bit. And when I say the offense, it's not everybody, but those 3 guys, again, Ronald Acuña, Matt Olson, and Austin Riley, those 3 guys are 3 fundamental parts of the Braves offense and why it was so deadly last year. So if those guys are all cold at the same time, it's noticed, and it certainly has been noticed lately. But the other thing that's been noticed, our starting pitching has been pretty solid thus far, and that was one of the major concerns, especially after Spencer Strider went down. We entered the season thinking we'd have one of the best rotations in baseball, and then of course you lose your ace. It's never a good thing. That said, Max Fried has continued to look great ever since he pitched to Maddox about a week ago. In his first appearance against the Mariners this year, he looked phenomenal as well. Ronaldo Lopez did show some signs of mortality, but I still thought he had a solid appearance. He gave up 3 runs, but he never let the game get out of hand. He gave the Braves a chance, and that's really all you can ask. I even told you before this stretch started with the Guardians and the Mariners and now the Dodgers coming up, that I was looking forward to seeing Ronaldo Lopez and Bryce Elder take the mound against some first place opponents, because those are the types of teams that you may find yourselves against in the playoffs. It may not be that we're facing the Mariners in the World Series, of course, but I still think an appearance against those guys could help develop Ronaldo Lopez and or Bryce Elder. Chris Sale, though, he looked great in Game 3, 5 innings pitched, but he did give you 9 strikeouts, so he's looking good thus far in the season. He's going to have to for the Braves to really make a push in 2024. The real concern lately, as I mentioned earlier, has been the offense. Without a doubt. And it's not so much the names in the lineup. It's not like you're questioning Alex Anthopoulos' intelligence by the lineups that we see and the roster that we have. No, the names in the lineup are fine. It's just the fact that we haven't seen many of them perform. We've seen d'Arnaud and Ozuna have good games. We've seen Michael Harris even have good games. But the 3 I mentioned earlier, Ronald Acuña, Matt Olson, and Austin Riley, have got to take an uptick for this offense to be not even what it was last year, but to be in comparison to what it was last year. And was it great to see the 2023 Braves perform the way they did, hitting homers at a rate that we've probably never seen before? In Atlanta, at least? Yes, it was. Does this year's offense have to look like that? No, but it does have to be consistent. And I mentioned earlier that Game 3 was encouraging. We didn't see any long balls, but one thing we did see was consistent offense. We manufactured runs inning by inning. We found a way to score. They put 5 runs up while Sale was still on the mound and handed it over to the bullpen. The only scare, A.J. Minter was on the mound, and the Mariners did bring up the tying run to the plate. But they weren't able to do anything with that. So The Braves do win Game 3 5-2. They split the series. They lose it 2-1 to the Mariners. But again, the Braves still do hold a lead in the division, at least for now, a half-game lead over the Phillies. We now go on to face the first-place Dodgers. This is going to be a great series. I do not have to promote this series. You know what the storyline is. These guys have been postseason rivals. Last year, Mookie Betts could have won the MVP if it wasn't for a little guy named Ronald Acuña. Freddie Freeman is, of course, playing for the Dodgers these days. There's a lot of storylines I could sit here and promote. I don't have to. You know how important this series is. This is just our first taste of what a potential, National League Championship series could look like between the Braves and the Dodgers. The Dodgers, of course, one of the highest payrolls in baseball. The Braves not too far behind, at least in the leaderboard. But I still think this is going to be a phenomenal series. I can't wait for it. Friday, Charlie Morton takes the mound against Gavin Stone. Saturday, Bryce Elder will take on Tyler Glasnow. Sunday, Max Fried looks for the trifecta of great appearances in a row against James Paxton. Now, let's talk about Friday real quick. Charlie Morton has looked great so far this year. He has been the one, I would say, most consistent starter we had, with the exception of maybe Ronaldo Lopez, who, by the way, did get the John Foy Strong Arm Pitcher of the Month for the Braves, and rightfully so. But Charlie Morton, Uncle Chuck, has been great so far this year as well. Bryce Elder against Tyler Glasnow on Saturday. This is the one that really intrigues me. Tyler Glasnow has looked good this year in his return from injury. Bryce Elder, though, I'm really interested to see what he can do, because he's faced the Miami Marlins. He looked good against them. This is going to be a real test for Bryce Elder, and I think the Braves know that. Bryce Elder certainly knows that. And I'm looking forward to it. I think this is the potential for the Braves to see how active do we need to be at the trade deadline for a starting pitcher, because I think Ronaldo Lopez, pending a terrible collapse, has kind of proven himself as a back-end part of the rotation. Bryce Elder has not done that, even with being an all-star last year, even with whatever accolades he has gotten before. He still has not proven that in 2024 he will be a fundamental piece of the rotation. And this is a chance for him to show, hey, look, guys, I can do this. Will he do it? Time will tell. We'll see Saturday night. Looking forward to that. And, of course, Sunday you got Max Fried taking on James Paxton. This one ought to be a great one. Max Fried will be in his home state of California. He's going to try to be making the family and friends proud. But beyond that, this is going to be a great one because Max Fried has had two great appearances in a row. He threw a Maddox against the Marlins a couple of weeks ago. And then, of course, the Mariners, he had a great appearance as well. This ought to be a great series with the Dodgers. Really looking forward to it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And before we close, we're going to take a word from our sponsor.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling in to Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 SLT, now available with up to $13,000 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT, discounted up to $97.50 off, and the GMC Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive, discounted up to $8,000 off. Enjoy no payments till the end of summer at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
It's truck season at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful full-size and fully loaded Chevrolet Silverado LTZ, discounted up to $13,000 off. Or the roomy midsize 3-row SUV Chevy Traverse, discounted up to $6,750 off. And the perfect size Chevy Equinox up to $8,500 off. No payments until the end of summer. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
So, final takeaways from the series against the Mariners. Of course, it was a tough one. You hate to lose it 2-1, but I still think we had game one put away. You hate to lose it on a walk-off homer, but it happens sometimes. I think the Braves could have easily won this series. Of course, had that one inning, that one at bat gone the Braves' way, gone A.J. Minter's way. You hate to see it go down like that, but there are some encouraging signs from the Braves in this series, specifically in Game 3. I think the offense is here to wake up now. It's going to be interesting as you move into a series with the Dodgers, who always have good pitching, always have good offense. This is going to be a real test not only for guys like Bryce Elder, who's going to be making a big appearance for them, but this is going to be a big test for the Braves offense as well. You know that Ronald Acuña is going to want to, get all the Hollywood lights on him and make an appearance. And you know, if he's going to win the MVP, it's got to get going now, right? Of course, he's looking to go back-to-back. But really, the series against the Dodgers, this is going to be a litmus test for where we are right now, because we have some concerns. Yes, the Braves are still winning the NL East, but it's not exactly by a large margin. Yes, the Braves offense has been able to put up runs, but there are some key components to it that need to be more consistent. We've mentioned those before in this video already, but I'm looking forward to this series. I would love to know what you think about the Mariners series, and now, of course, as we head into the Dodgers series, what are your expectations? Of course, let me know down in the comment section below. Also, want to let you know that we will be going live on Sunday prior to the game against the Dodgers, the Sunday matchup between Max Fried and James Paxton. We will be going live at 8 p.m. Eastern right here on YouTube. So make sure you like the video, you subscribe to the channel, and you hit the bell for notifications so that you know when we go live the moment we do. And, of course, we're looking forward to that as well. Looking forward to talk to you guys about the series with the Dodgers up to that point. Of course, we will try to recap that series with the Dodgers come Monday. That all said, guys, we really do appreciate you tuning in. And, of course, once again, please do like the video. It really helps us grow the channel and helps us get out there to other Braves fans. And if you know a friend that likes the Braves, might as well send them this video. Really would appreciate it. With that all said, guys, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time right here on Deck.
Baseball fans, make sure you like and share this video and subscribe to this channel. As always, thank you for your support.